A Canada Education Website Guide at Dmoz-Odp. Chapter 1. Canada Education Websites 1. Canada Education Websites at dmoz-odp.org/regional/north_America/Canada/education. Canada Education Subcategories. By province or territory. Directories. Financial aid. Organizations. Resources for educators. Colleges and universities. Computer training. Cosmetology. Driving schools. English as a second language. K-12. Law schools. Music. School districts. School libraries. Shopping. AFCinstitute.com, Acupuncture Foundation of Canada Institute, federally incorporated for purposes of teaching, certification, and research in acupuncture. ASMSafeboating.com, ASM Safe Boating, provides Canadian Coast Guard accredited courses at various provincial locations, information about class locations, instructor contact, fees, and online manual ordering. Autotrainingcentre.com, Automotive Training Centres Canada, offers training courses for adults and professionals in auto body collision repairs, auto mechanics, and auto sales. biology-study-guides.com, Prior Educational Resources Biology Study Guides, sells high school biology study guides for teachers and students, with self-tests available on the site. CanadaQBank.com, Canada Q Bank, simulated question banks for the Medical Council of Canada evaluating and qualifying exams. CanadianLawSchool.blogspot.com, Canadian Law School blog, information on Canadian law schools. CanOpener.ca, Canadian open source education and research, describes current activities, links, projects, and associates. CCHH.org, Canadian College of Holistic Health, promotes homeopathy and alternative medicine in Canada. CMCtraining.org, Canadian Management Centre, offers professional development, management training, and career training programs. CTHRC.ca, Canadian Tourism Human Resource Council, facilitates development in the tourism industry through provincial and territorial partners to offer tourism training based on national occupational standards, offers professional tourism and hospitality certification. DCSweb.ca, Densmore Consulting Services Incorporated, provides courses and products for candidates preparing to write the Uniform Final Examination, UFE, of the Canadian Institute of Chartered Accountants. DrivingSchool.ca, DrivingSchool.ca, lists driving schools and training facilities across Canada, with related information including insurance and licensing regulations. ec.gc.ca/Mateo-Alloy-Skywatchers, Environment Canada's Skywatcher program is an interactive educational resource for elementary schools and students. essayexperts.ca, Essay Experts, specialize in delivering custom and well-crafted essays for students by offering professional writing services which include editing and structuring their essays. FIT.ca, Forum for International Trade Training, FIT provides programs, training, and certification in international trade designed to prepare businesses and individuals to compete in world markets. Fulbright.ca, the Canada U.S. IACI-CANADA.com, International Academic Correspondence Incorporation, an educational organization providing support to University of South Africa's distance learning students. ICCS-CIEC.ca, International Council for Canadian Studies, ICCS, comprised of over 20 national or multinational associations for Canadian studies whose mandate is the study and teaching of Canada. LANGUAGE-SCHOOL-CANADA.com, Language Studies Canada, LSC, schools in Toronto, Montreal, Vancouver, and Calgary that offer year-round English and French courses, in small class groups. MentoringCanada.ca, Mentoring Canada, service of Big Brother Big Sisters, aimed at mentoring-based programs across Canada. Needs.ca, National Education Association of Disabled Students, NEEDS, advocates full access for post-secondary education and employment opportunities, for people with disabilities. nuineducation.com, New in Education, an online newsletter and information service for the education community, journalists and anyone interested in educational developments. ourkids.net, Our Kids, lists private schools, independent schools, and boarding schools as well as summer camps, as well as advice, news, and events. oxfordlearning.com, Oxford Learning Centres, provides supplemental programs in reading, writing, spelling, mathematics, study skills, and homework support with the objective of improving grades among students. passthewheel.com, Passthewheel.com, online testing which mimics questions asked when taking the driver's written test or knowledge test in Ontario, British Columbia, and Alberta. pims.math.ca, Pacific Institute for the Mathematical Sciences, founded by 5 major universities of Western Canada to promote research in mathematics and to improve collaboration between the mathematical scientists in the academic community, in the industrial and business sector, and in government. PIP-PSP.org, Canadian Parliamentary Internship Program, a program for recent university graduates, allowing them to work with backbench members of Parliament, sponsored by the Canadian Political Science Association. pma-pp.ic.ga/epic/site/pmate-ppme.nsf/en/home, Prime Minister Awards for Teaching Excellence, recognizes the efforts of outstanding teachers in all disciplines who instill in their students a love of learning, helping them excel and build a successful future. RateMyTeachers.ca, RateMyTeachers.ca, allows Canadian high school students the ability to grade their teachers' performances and share that information with other students and parents. resbs.org, resbs.org, information about registered educational savings plans, with links to RESP providers across the country and news about the program. RippleFX.ca, RippleFX, Limited, offers Aboriginal awareness training seminars. Schoolfinder.com, Schoolfinder.com, search for scholarships, applications, fees, programs, financial aid, and additional information for schools in Canada. SevAC.ca, Society for Educational Visits and Exchanges in Canada, a national non-profit association with more than 60 years' experience in organizing educational visits and exchanges for students of all ages. Stopabully.ca, Stop a Bully, anti-bullying program to prevent violence in Canadian schools. Worldlit.ca, World Literacy of Canada, a non-profit, registered Canadian charity, based in Toronto, that works to promote literacy and social justice in Canada and overseas. YD.com, Young Drivers of Canada, driving schools for young drivers, and new drivers of all ages, motorcycle and collision prevention offered at franchise locations in Canada, the USA and Finland. Big Canada Education websites. DatabaseDirectory.com, Database Directories, provides databases and mailing lists of Canadian schools and libraries for a fee. EducationCanada.cmec.ca, Education at Canada, Council of the Ministers of Education resource providing global information and links about studying in Canada for international students, including scholarships, programs, schools, and institutions. GoDaycare.com, GoDaycare, Canadian daycare listings with reviews from parents, and offers childcare providers an opportunity to advertise their daycare for free. Handbook.ceos.ca, Canadian Education Association Handbook, lists schools, colleges, organizations, teachers, and parents' associations and publications pertaining to education in Canada. Schoolsincanada.com, Schools in Canada, offers detailed information about undergraduate Canadian university and college programs. Canada Education Organization websites at dmoz-odp.org/regional/north_america/canada/education/organizations. Subcategories. AESEC. Teachers Unions. Alberta, British Columbia, Manitoba, Ontario, Quebec, Saskatchewan, ACCC.ca, Association of Canadian Community Colleges, represents colleges and institutes to government, business and industry in Canada and internationally. ACSAEC.ca, Association for Canadian Studies, national organization exclusively dedicated to the promotion of research, teaching, and publications on Canada. CAGS.ca, Canadian Association for Graduate Studies, brings together Canadian institutions and organizations having an interest in postgraduate education. CAMES.ca, Canadian Applied and Industrial Mathematics Society, CAMES, supports the development and maintenance of applied and industrial mathematics in Canada. Canadian Philosophy of Education Society.blogspot.ca, Canadian Philosophy of Education Society, an educational organization devoted to philosophical inquiry into educational issues and their relevance for developing educative, caring, and just teachers, schools, and communities. CADWACR.ca, Canadian Association for the Study of Discourse and Writing, a bilingual scholarly association dedicated to advancing the study and teaching of discourse, writing, and communication in academic and non-academic settings. CAUT.ca, Canadian Association of University Teachers, founded in 1951, CAUT is the national voice for academic staff. CCAECanada.org, Canadian Council for the Advancement of Education, dedicated to increasing public awareness of the issues that face Canada's post-secondary institutions. CCMA.ca, Canadian Council of Montessori Administrators, supports Montessori school administrators, recognizing AMI/MAC standards and offering expertise in school administration and the Montessori method of education. CDNPrinciples.org, the Canadian Association of Principals, presents the views and opinions of principals and vice principals regarding a variety of issues. CEOS.ca, Canadian Education Association, dedicated to the improvement of education in Canada. CEPNFNEC.com, First Nations Education Council, association of 21 Aboriginal communities that have united their efforts in the field of education. CFSFC.ca, Canadian Federation of Students, formed in 1981 to provide post-secondary students with a united voice. CHAS.utoronto.ca/CLAACL, Canadian Linguistics Association, CLA, founded in 1955, CLA aims to promote the study of languages and linguistics in Canada. CCC.ca, the Canadian Information Centre for International Credentials, CICIC, collects, organizes, and distributes information, and acts as a national clearinghouse and referral service to support the recognition and portability of Canadian and international educational and occupational qualifications. CLN.org, Community Learning Network, a site designed to help K-12 teachers integrate technology into the classroom. CMEC.ca, Council of Ministers of Education in Canada, national voice for education in Canada. CMS.math.ca, Canadian Mathematical Society, works to advance and promote mathematics studies across the country. Coach.ca, Coaching Association of Canada, not-for-profit organization with the mission to establish education, training, and ethical standards for coaches in Canada. CSHPM.org, Canadian Society for History and Philosophy of Mathematics, CSHPM, brings together researchers across Canada and the world working on history and philosophy of mathematical sciences. CSSHiskis.ca, Canadian Society for the Study of Higher Education, organization of professors, students, researchers, and practitioners in education in Canada. Curriculum.org, Curriculum Services Canada, non-profit charitable organization providing learning resources for teaching professionals. CUTC.ca, Canadian Undergraduate Technology Conference, brings together undergraduate students from across Canada to interact with world-class technology leaders in industry and academia. DyslexiaAssociation.ca, Canadian Dyslexia Association, information and resources for teachers, schools and parents whose child is dyslexic. HighScholarships.com, High School Scholarships, provides a comprehensive list of scholarships for high school students. HSLDA.ca, Homeschool Legal Defense Association of Canada, a group of parents across Canada, supported by a legal team and homeschool-friendly staff who work together to ensure rights to direct the education of one's own children. Indspire.ca, Inspire, charitable organization that is dedicated to raising funds to deliver programs that provide tools for Indigenous peoples. LanguagesCanada.ca, Languages Canada, represents accredited language education programs in English and French. Life.ca/LifeLearningGCA, Life Learning Canadian home-based learning resources, information and resources for homeschooling and child-centered, home-based, learning. Literacy.ca, Canadian Literacy and Learning Network, a national non-profit organization representing literacy coalitions, organizations, and individuals. PerformanceandLearning.ca, Institute for Performance and Learning, Canada's professional association focused on training, learning and performance in the workplace. TESOL.ca, TESOL Canada, National Federation of English as a Second Language Teachers, Learners, and Learner Advocates. UniversityCan.ca, Universities Canada, a membership organization representing Canadian public and private not-for-profit universities and university degree-level colleges. WorkersHelp.ca, CWA/SCA Canada online outreach project, provides information on employment rights in Canada. YourQ.ca/CSHPS1, Canadian Society for the History and Philosophy of Science, CSHPS, dedicated to bringing together historians, philosophers, sociologists, and a wide range of interdisciplinary scholars interested in exploring all aspects of science. Canada Computer Training Websites. CCILearning.com, CCI Learning Solutions Inc. GlobalKnowledge.com, Global Knowledge, IT and Business Training Provider. MSINT12.tripod.com, IT, Skills for Today, IT, Skills for Today covers aspects of technology related to programming, the Internet, networking and multimedia. my.tbaytel.net/scan_cor, Scanned Corp Inc. TrainCanada.com, CTC Train Canada, training in a wide range of applications, development, and operating systems. TrainingTools.com, TrainingTools.com, free JavaScript tutorial, HTML tutorial, and front page tutorial. Chapter 2. Canada Education Websites 2. Canada Cosmetology Education Websites. AtlanticHairstyling.com, Atlantic Hairstyling Academy, a pre-employment trade course in all phases of beauty culture, professional ethics, and salon management. BlancheMcDonald.com, Blanche McDonald Centre, school located in Vancouver, Canada that offers professional programs in makeup artistry, fashion design, fashion merchandising, aesthetics and nail technology. CMUCollege.com, College of Makeup Art and Design. Specialized areas of study include character and special effects makeup, creature design and prosthetics, theatrical makeup design, and fashion photographic makeup. FusionAcademy.ca, Fusion Academy, Toronto, Ontario academy focusing on creating hair extension technicians. JohnRaymond.com, Institute John Raymond, offering courses in aesthetics and hairdressing. Cosmete.com, Cosmeti Academy Inc. LaFranceHairDesign.com, La France School of Hair Design, a beauty institution offering a theoretic and practical program. Canada Driving School websites. AccentDrivingSchool.com, Accent Driving School, Ontario, Canada Defensive Driving and Skid School, Winter Driving and Co-Pilot Program. AllPassDrivers.com, All Pass Driving School, Stouffville, Ontario. AllStarDriving.ca, All Star Driving School, Greater Toronto, Canada Area Driver Training. AtlanticDrivingAcademy.com, Atlantic Driving Academy, New Brunswick Driving School for new drivers, and commercial fleet programs. Clients.techsavvy.com/DSEQRA/driving, Augies Driving School, Toronto Area Driver Training. CommunityDrivingSchool.ca, Community Driving School, Toronto Area License Courses. ecodriving.ca, Eco 1 Driving School, Greater Vancouver, Canada. Driving lessons and professional Class 4 training. findaDrivingSchool.ca, Find a Driving School, Canadian driving school directory with maps, school information, courses, and fees. FleetSafetyInternational.com, Fleet Safety International, training for motorcycle, automobile, truck, and fleet drivers. ICANDrive.ca, ICANDrive.ca, directory listing of driving schools in Canada with additional license and insurance information. InternationalDriving.ca, International Driving School Inc. K2driving.com, K2 Driving, Vancouver Area Driving School. KongDrivingSchool.com, Kong Driving School, offers driving instruction through a variety of courses. KingswayDrivingSchool.com, Toronto Kingsway Driving School, offers driving courses. LadybugDrivingSchool.com, Ladybug Driving School, Vancouver, Canada. Driving school specializing in female instruction. Pirel.com, Pirel Driving School, offers individual lessons, package plans and ICBC driving test preparation. RoadrunnerDriving.com, Roadrunner Driving Academy, Langley, British Columbia car and truck driver training. SincereDrivingSchool.com, Sincere Driving School, driver training in Ontario, Canada. ValleyDrivingSchool.com, Valley Driving School, offers driver training for cars, trucks, and motorcycles. Canada ESL school websites at Dmoz-Odp.org/arts/English_as_as_as_language_as_language_second_North_America/Canada. Subcategories. Directories. British Columbia, Ontario, Quebec. CanadaStudyNet.com, Learn English, ESL, or French, FSL. 3 language schools in Canada offer a study abroad program with locations in Vancouver, Toronto, and Montreal. Equilibrium.ab.ca, Equilibrium International Education Institute, high school offers classes for international students from around the world. ILI.ca, International Language Institute, ILI, an official language training centre for the Canadian Government, a certified RSA Cambridge Teacher Training Centre, and an associate of both Dalhousie University and the Nova Scotia Community College. ILSC.com, International Language Schools of Canada, offers English or French instruction in Vancouver, Toronto, and Montreal. KaplanInternational.ca, Kaplan International English, programs in business English and examination preparation at schools in Vancouver and Toronto. LSICanada.com, Language Studies International Canada, offers TOEIC, TOEFL, Business English for international students and business executives in Vancouver and Toronto. SeoulSchools.com, Seoul Schools International, Corporate Language Training, General and Business English and TOEFL and TOEIC examination preparation. Canada Law School websites at dmoz-odp.org/society/law_education/law_schools/Canada. Droit.umontreal.ca, University of Montreal Faculty of Law, French language site providing information about programs in law at the University of Montreal. law.queensu.ca, Queen's University Faculty of Law, information about programs and activities at the university. law.robsonhall.ca, University of Manitoba Faculty of Law, provides information about publications and institutes at the University of Manitoba, course materials and information, student exam schedules, and legal research resources. law.ubc.ca, University of British Columbia Faculty of Law, information about admission to the program, contact information, program curriculum, and other graduate programs. law.ucalgary.ca, University of Calgary Faculty of Law, provides information about admissions to the LLB program, research programs, the law library, and faculty and staff at the university. law.usask.ca, University of Saskatchewan College of Law, provides information about admission and programs offered, faculty, publications, the library, and news for alumni and students. law.utoronto.ca, University of Toronto Faculty of Law, information about programs of study, the law library, and other activities for students at the University of Toronto. law.uwo.ca, University of Western Ontario Faculty of Law, information for prospective and current students, faculty, and others about the law education, research, and community programs at UWO. lawschool.ualberta.ca, University of Alberta Faculty of Law, information about admissions, faculty, and staff, publications and programs at the university. mcgill.ca/law, Faculty of Law, McGill University, provides information for prospective and current students and other affiliates of McGill's law programs, including student resources, academic programs, and student life. osgood.yorku.ca, Osgood Hall Law School, provides information about undergraduate and graduate degrees at the Osgood Hall Law School of York University. unb.ca/Fredericton/law, University of New Brunswick Faculty of Law, information about programs at UNB, including publications, admissions requirements, and news for alumni. uvic.ca/law, University of Victoria, Faculty of Law, homepage for the UVic Law School containing information on admissions, events, and the cooperative education program. uwindsor.ca/law, University of Windsor Faculty of Law, the University of Windsor Faculty of Law website. Canada 3. Canada Education Websites 3. Canada Music Education websites at dmoz-odp.org/regional/north_america/arts_and_entertainment/music/education. Subcategories: Alberta, British Columbia, Ontario. academydemontreal.com, Montreal Academy of Music, offers training in voice and a variety of musical instruments from qualified instructors in the Montreal area. beethovenathome.com, Beethoven at Home School of Music, music teachers providing lessons in the Vancouver, BC area and the Toronto, On area. scimc.ca, Comox Valley Youth Music Center, offers an annual summer music school and festival, and provides instructor profiles, accommodation and registration details, and background information. GuitarWorkshopPlus.com, Guitar Workshop Plus, offers courses in guitar, bass, drums, and keyboards, information about courses, venues, tutors, and cost. MusicProfs.ca, MusicProfs.ca, an online database of private music instructors in Canada searchable by postal code. ORFCanada.ca, Carl Orff Canada, holistic music education program for children based on the pedagogical philosophy of Carl Orff. YellowDatabase.com, YellowDatabase.com, database of music teachers, instructors, performers, and schools. Canada Education Shopping websites. Bookswap.ca, Bookswap, buys and sells surplus textbooks and offers books. CSBE.net, Canadian School Book Exchange, links a network of schools and teachers across Canada to facilitate exchange of new and reconditioned textbooks. ReadTV.com, Read TV, a video and DVD series that helps young children learn to read. WalterHayduck.tripod.com, Crash Course, a book about traffic and road hazards, and safe driving practices. WesternCampus.ca, Western Campus resources, seller and buyer of new and used textbooks.